You're listening to Stories to Create with your host, Cornell Bunting. Author, motivational speaker, and founder of Each Episode. Cornell sits down with inspiring voices to uncover the stories that shape who we are and who we're becoming. Get ready to listen, learn, and be inspired. The show starts now.
Yes. Welcome to another episode of Stories to Create podcast right here at EOS Club. I am so excited right now because, listen, I have one of the most decorative, colorful, energetic young lady here in Southwest Florida that's just doing humongous things, people. When I tell you, marketing and PR, done. When I tell you, boss, co-owner of creative architect, what do you call it?
Creative architectural resin products. And let me put on my glasses so I can look serious.
Listen, guys, without further ado, listen. Marilyn Santiago, welcome.
Cornell! Finally! You invite me finally! I'm like, oh.
Listen,
dude, are you going to invite me here? What's going on?
Listen, guys, you hear her say that I've been invited. She's busy.
Let me get the violin. Yeah, okay. No, seriously, I'm super excited to be here.
Yes.
You know that from the moment I met you a few years ago, I became such a big fan of yours and your nonprofit, your writing, your basically everything you touch turns into awesome. And
oh my goodness, thank you.
And I have honestly, and I really mean it. I admire your professionalism and I admire your dedication, your inspiration. Not everybody, so you can be professional, but if you don't have it here,
that's
you know
true.
we have a big problem. You're gonna need to hire somebody like me to make it sound like intelligence, and stuff. So I've been an avid fan of yours. So thank you for having me here, I'm very excited to be here. It's going to be fun.
Yes, and I can say the same thing for you because I got to tell you, when anyone mentions your name, the word that comes out is the plug. The plug. She is the plug. Everyone knows you. Everyone that you need to know knows Marilyn. And this is
it's important. It's not who you know. It's who picks up your phone calls. It's who picks up the phone calls. Because sometimes I work in the entertainment industry for many, many years.
Yeah.
You were not born.
Yeah.
But I know everybody. So I work with everybody, with big artists and stuff, and everybody was so excited. Oh my God, you know this and this and this and this. And I was, you know what?
Yeah.
Knowing, so I can know you from checking you online. I can know you from seeing you on an interview like we're doing now.
Yes.
But it's who picks up your phone calls. If you say Pitbull and he doesn't pick up your phone call. You don't know Pitbull, you met Pitbull, that's different, it's who picks up your phone call. So,
yes.
So that disclaimer.
I like that. And I got to tell you that I really admire a lot of what you've been doing and all the ladies that's been watching you and been trying to follow, but it's hard because they're not you.
But you know what? We all are individuals. We all have our blessings. We all have our characteristics, and as long as we embrace them and focus on them and make them available, I think that everybody has the potential to go for greatness.
I truly agree.
My blessing is that I went through so much in life that I don't want people to go through the stuff I did.
Right.
And I want to make sure that everything is inclusive for people here, especially in this market. We were talking about the market. I was sneezing today. I came over sneezing. Like, I'm allergic to Fort Myers.
But
because sometimes, there's a lot of discrimination, sadly, in this market. And there's other things that we need to work on. And I'm glad to have a big mouth so that I can express,
you let them know we're going,
so that I can help people not go through the stuff that I did. So that's pretty awesome.
I like that. So what we're going to do with our listeners today, we're going to take our listeners back to the early years, to the little girl years.
Okay.
You know, born, grew up, where was that?
I was born and raised in Puerto Rico.
Oh, nice.
I was born and raised in Ponce, Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And I'm glad you asked me that question, not for the I had a nice childhood, blah, blah, blah. But because I want your audience to think about their passions, okay? Because when I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, come from a beautiful family that they spoiled the living crap out of me, and I remember we lived in a big house in Puerto Rico. Yeah. The kitchen, I lived with my mother and my grandmother.
Okay.
And in the kitchen there was a big dining room table. They're like a breakfast nook, but it was a big table.
Yeah.
And my mother had a small white transistor radio.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
And when I was a child, I probably can tell you, Sunshine, I probably be like 4 years old.
Yeah.
And while they were cooking and listening to music and listening to the radio, I just sit on the table and watch the radio.
Yeah.
For hours. They were cooking, I was stealing food, I was playing, I came back, I went back and watched the radio.
Right.
The thing about that, the importance of that for me is that little did I know I was becoming a radio program director.
Ooh.
I was noticing when the DJs messed up.
Yeah.
I was participating in all the elements of promotions that they had, like contests, like trivia questions and stuff like that. I was always like calling but I'm a baby. I'm a little piece of nothing, you know, I don't answer the question.
Yeah.
And they were like, is that her again?
Yeah.
I'm your best listener. Come on. So you need to listen to me.
Right.
And before you were not born again.
Yeah.
They had turntables before.
Right.
So the DJ had to play the song, cue the other one, and then play the other one. And sometimes they got it by mistake and they played the same song twice.
Oh.
And that happened a lot.
Okay.
And I was the person calling, hey, yo, Mr. DJ, you played the song twice, you know, and many years later, when I became for the first time a program director of a radio station, when my DJ did something like that, and I was calling them like, yo, you messed up. I was like, oh my God, that started when I became a program director when I was 4 years old. So passion. While you are growing up, you're going to find elements of things that you love, and they might become your passion in life. So I come from Puerto Rico. I was raised in Puerto Rico with a beautiful family that loved and spoiled the living poop out of me.
So you did school. You did primary and high school.
I did primary, high school, and college in Puerto Rico.
In Puerto Rico. Okay.
I it's funny because my family is Protestant. Presbyterian. Okay. I come from the Presbyterian, from a Presbyterian family, but I studied in a Catholic school, in a Catholic university. So it was like, oh my God, the Virgin. I love the Virgin, but she's not a saint. You know, and all those things. But then it helped me evolve in my own faith. You know, and I think that's something that is very individual. And but at least it didn't mess me up as much as I thought it did when I was in my teens. So
that's good. That is good.
But so I graduated from college, and while I was in college in Puerto Rico, I got a job working as a DJ at a radio station, at a local radio station in Ponce, Puerto Rico. Okay. I was on the air. I was putting in the turntables, trying not to make the same mistakes. I was calling on people.
Wow.
But then one Valentine's Day, they sent me. I remember. Oh my God! They did an interview on me on Gulf Shore Business when I moved here, and about my job. My first job. My first job was I was a DJ at a local radio station in my hometown of Ponce, Puerto Rico. And one Valentine's Day, they always give you the list of the music that you have to play.
Yeah.
And they gave me nothing but rock and crappy music and a song called Tarzan Boy. no. So it's Valentine's Day. I'm not gonna play that Tarzan boy.
Right.
So I play like some Air Supply in Chicago and some of the music that was had. I'm talking the 80s. You were not born, Cornell. You were not born. But there's a group called Air Supply that maybe you thought it was just an oxygen company, but no, it's a band. It was a band.
Okay.
And so I started playing Air Supply, and people were calling me like, "Oh my God, Marilyn, you're jamming! The station sounds amazing!" Blah blah blah. Yeah. The program director was listening, and I did not play any of the songs that was in the list that he sent me. I was playing all the music that I had. So what they did, they fired me from the radio station. That's okay, no problem.
They're like, you didn't listen.
I didn't listen. I did exactly what they were, what I was avoiding people to do when I was a child.
Right.
So. But then later on, I graduated from college, and my first job after I graduated from college was being the manager of one of the stations, and one of them was there, and I was like, "Hey, remember me?" So you don't want to know what happened after that.
You didn't fire them, though. No?
He fired himself. Let's say he fired himself, and I didn't have a problem with that. I said, okay, no problem. Okay, Tarzan boy, you can get out of here now, my friend.
That is awesome. So when did you leave? So you did your first career after college
in Puerto Rico, yes. Okay. I worked in Puerto Rico for several years. Mm-hmm. I relocated to Chicago a few years after that. I got married and life took a toll on me, domestic violence. Yes, I was in a very toxic, very, very toxic relationship, and I had to leave Puerto Rico. And then my mother passed away, and I don't know if your mother is alive. I hope she is. But when you lose your mother, you being in your country is not the same.
No. Yeah.
And then going through the stuff that I was going through. I'm sorry, my allergy. I'm allergic to this. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
After going through the things that I was going through and losing my mother, I had a brother who lived in Chicago, and he told me, "Why don't you move in with me?" And I said, "You know what? I'll go move in with you."
Okay.
He came, but my ex-husband went after me, and that was another story.
Man, he couldn't lose you.
Yeah, he couldn't lose me. He couldn't lose. I'm amazing.
This is true. This is true. Yes.
I was pretty awesome. I'm still pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But I moved to Chicago. Mm-hmm. I started working. I remember after with all my college education and my experience working in broadcasting and public relations and all that stuff, I have a great resume.
Right.
I got to Chicago, and it was difficult. I didn't know anybody, and I could not find a job, so it was a little hard. I was working. I remember that my first job in Chicago was on a daily pay. You know, the daily pay companies that you work in a factory. You work in a factory and you go and pack things, and then they put you in a van and they bring you back and they give you $25-$30.
What?
So I was
working.
At the
end of the day.
At the end of the day, they pay you, and it was horrible because they were giving me orders, and I was like, "Dude, I can be the boss of the boss of the boss of your boss," and she was like, "I'm your boss now, so you need to pack this thing." And I'm like, "Okay, no problem." So I worked with that company for like 3 weeks so I can get my money to get my hair done, to get color my roots. And I'm like, "I don't need to color my roots." You know? So,
oh my goodness.
So thank God after that I was connected with I went to an event. That's the power of networking.
Yes.
Find your purpose, accept your passion, look for your passion, and then the power of networking. I started networking and going and meeting people and telling them, "Hey, I'm a badass. I'm super awesome. You need to hire me." Yeah. So I met the director of it's an office called Puerto Rico Federal Affairs. Mm-hmm. Basically, it's like the embassy. If Puerto Rico was not a part of the United States, it would have been the embassy of Puerto Rico in the United States. But it's like a federal office, Puerto Rico Federal Affairs, I I was working as the assistant to the director and the press secretary. So there I connected with a lot of people. Yeah. I met who became my agent, my talent agent, because since I come from the radio industry, I was a DJ and I have a great voice.
Yeah.
So oh my God. Yeah. So credits for Sunshine. So I went to the talent agency and I started working with the agency doing voiceovers. Okay. So I was doing the voice for McDonald's. I was the Bally's, the gym when it existed, Montgomery Wards, big stores, Toys R Us. I was the giraffe on Toys R Us. I was like the giraffe. Yeah. I started doing dubbing for movies and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So when they opened a radio station for the tropical market, for my market, right. Of course, the people that they were in the scene, they reach out to me and they say, "Hey, we're opening a tropical radio station. Right. Would you like to come and work?" So I became their DJ. Yeah. And like 2 weeks later, I became the program director because they knew that I had that. So that became my job while I was in Chicago for 10 years, which I consider Chicago my home. I'm a Chicago girl. Yeah. I became very connected with the community and the station. Although it was a small radio station, it became #1 in the city of Chicago, which was like super awesome. Yeah. People basically it's the one thing in radio is called TSL. In the radio industry, it's called TSL. It's time spent listening. People were listening to the station from the moment they woke up to the moment they went to bed. Wow. So that was the times, and that was from an advertising standpoint, that's pretty awesome because if you want to promote the Cornell Bunting's new book, you buy some airtime on the station, right. And the people will listen to it. You know, it will not get lost in the flipping stations and stuff like that. My listeners, they will listen to my station from the moment they woke up to the moment they went to bed. So that was pretty awesome. I was blessed to help a lot of people with their careers. I made stars. Made stars, Cornell. There were people that they were, and Monstro and some other guys that they were just listeners and fans of the radio station. I put them to work on the radio stations and they blew up and they became stars, and still we are friends and we have a great relationship. I'm telling you, Chicago is my home.
That is amazing. Chicago girl. When did you decide to leave Chicago?
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Every young person carries a story of hope, of struggle, of dreams waiting to rise. But in too many undeserved communities, those stories go unheard.
At ease, Inc. everyone has a story. We believe every voice deserves a chance. Through mentorship, empowering programs, and storytelling workshops, we help youth discover their purpose, strengthen their mindset, and build a future they can be proud of.
From classrooms in Jamaica to communities across Southwest Florida,
ES is changing lives,
one story at a time.
But we can't do it alone. Join us, become a mentor, volunteer, donate, help us fuel the next generation of leaders, creators, and change makers.
Visit ahasink.org today, because when you help a young person share their story, you help them change their world.
I decided to leave Chicago when my ex-husband was coming out of prison. The same day he came. Yeah.
You can't hit us like that. So why did he even went to prison?
Because he had a strong drug addiction, and sadly, because everybody deserves to be happy, Cornell,
Oh,
and
definitely.
everybody does deserve to be happy.
Yeah.
Sadly, he had a turbulent past, and he succumbed to the drugs.
Okay.
And his addiction was stronger than his will to succeed. And sadly, he did a lot of bad things, including domestic violence, which
Right.
I'm blind from one eye. I have broken ribs. I have my face is deformed. You look at me, you start seeing like, oh, she is really messed up. Makeup is a good thing. Yeah. But so they caught him stealing, and sadly he had to go to prison. So. Right. So I know that was my window to disappear forever, and I did. So the day that he came out of prison, I relocated to Florida.
Okay.
I was coming for a few weeks to spend time with my family and stuff, and I ended up staying. I got a job offer that I could not refuse. Yeah. In the radio industry, I moved to Miami, and I started working for a company called Latino Broadcasting. Okay. The one in Chicago was Univision. Yeah. So the monster of Univision. Yeah. So I have worked for some of the most important broadcasting companies, Hispanic broadcasting companies in the United States. That is amazing. So Latino Broadcasting basically was a radio syndication company. We had the rights to Mexican professional soccer, which is huge. Right. We had the rights to some of the most prominent news people like Jorge Ramos, Maria Antonieta Collins, Teresa Rodriguez, people that they are powerful speakers, communicators. They do the news at night for all the Latinos in the country. So I was working with them, and of course I come from a music background, from a music broadcasting background. So I brought music programming for the network, and they did extremely well. Yeah. But then in Miami, something happened that was quite interesting. Mm-hmm. Miami is such a market that the possibilities are endless. And when you are a creative, we were talking earlier about if you are sleeping and you wake up to go pee-pee, immediately your brain starts working and starts yes. It starts working. Yes. So I realized that there was a lot of potential in the market, and I said, you know what? Let me try to go solo. Okay. In 2006, which was a very bad year for the economy. Yeah. But I felt very confident because I spoke to my bosses and I told them, yo. I didn't say yo, but I said, hey, boss. But I like saying yo a lot. Yo. Yeah. So I told my bosses, why don't you, if I resign, would you mind if I keep you as a client and you cut my pay? Right. I will still do the job. Right. And they were like, hey, of course. So I got a pay cut from my job to become so that they could become my client. Right. Okay. So that exactly. So then I started working with other artists and performers and sponsorships and other marketing things. My background is in marketing, and I am a marketing geek. I'm a marketing freak. I love everything related to marketing. I was president of the American Marketing Association, and I love this thing. Right. So I started looking for opportunities. I had that base money, which is a good thing. If you another advice, if you have your dream and you want to pursue it, keep your job until you cannot keep it anymore. Yes, okay, because it's good to have a steady flow of salary, a steady flow of cash while you are pursuing your dream, and then when you're ready, when you really got it, then you go. So don't try to pursue your dream when you're broke, because it's gonna be really, really difficult. It's gonna be bad. Okay, it's gonna be really bad. This is very true. So that's what happened, and I started working up. Basically connecting, since I've come from an advertising background and marketing background, I started connecting artists and celebrities with the brands. Okay, so I was working with AT&T, with the advertising agency that had AT&T, so I was providing them with talent for their commercials, for their campaigns, for the whole concepts that they were developing. Right. I was working with Wendy's. I gave them artists that mucho dinero contracts for them to represent their burgers and stuff like that. I used to go to Hollywood to film the commercials and stuff like that. and sponsorships, like if there's a tour and I can get a company to do like an autograph session with the headliner, and they pay a lot of money. So I used to travel a lot with the sponsors, so that they could participate in the concert, and then the artists will come and sign autographs and do like a marketing concepts behind it. So I became really good at that, and I am still really good at that. But now I'm next week I'll be 58 years old, so I'm not gonna be the old lady in the backstage of a trap concert. So now I'm working with more serious people. I'm working now with authors, with motivational speakers, and that's how we met, actually.
Yes, this is
and
true.
Congratulations on your new book, my man.
Thank you.
There you go. So tell me about your book.
I knew she wanted to do it. My listeners be like, don't let her do it, Cornell.
Okay.
We want to hear about you. But we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. We'll definitely. And if you want, I'll be more than happy to come here and create some content for you. You know, I get very marketing oriented. You know how
you heard her here, people. You heard her here. She said it.
You got a book. Habemos libros. Habemos nuevos libros.
I like that. So when you left from Puerto Rico, was your mom still alive, or
no?
She had passed.
No, she has passed away. She had passed away, so that's why now it's different. I come from a very old family.
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna be 58, and I was my grandmother's youngest granddaughter. So I have cousins that they're like 90 years old.
Wow.
Most of my uncles and aunts. I just got one left. When you come from a matriarch family, that it was very tight when I was a child, when I was an adolescent, but now everybody's dead and everybody's gone apart, and now finally through the grace of social media, I have been able to connect with the children of my cousins, with the children of my cousins per se. But it's not the same. It's not like before, that everybody met, everybody gathered to play bingo, to go yachting. We used to have boats and stuff, so to go horseback riding and stuff like that.
Wow.
Not anymore. So now it's very difficult.
So in the midst of all that, where was Dad?
Oh, he was not there. He was not there.
Oh, okay. So he was not there from you. Was really
no.
young.
I met my father for the first time. I was 6 years old. He brought me a doll. He said, "I'm your father," and I was like, okay.
Yeah. That was it. You wasn't excited?
No. I was not too excited. I was basically more a little nervous. I was very loved.
Okay.
I didn't lack my father's love, because I don't know if it was because my mother was raising me as a single mother, and I was living with my grandma, and I was her favorite.
Wow.
I was her favorite granddaughter. She had a favorite grandson, but that was like her son. But but we'll debate that sometimes. I'll debate that. I still debate that with him.
Yeah.
But I did not. My siblings and all my family, we had a very big house, a large house, and I remember that there was a bedroom that we used to call the hospital, because it was so big. And since my grandma was there, was raising us, my mother and my siblings and I, all my cousins of that age, they came over and lived at home. So they put like small beds all over, and there were like 10 beds in that bedroom, and they called it the hospital. So and I was their little baby, so everybody was loving me. I was like, so I'm a spoiled brat, no joke. I'm like, I'm spoiled, and I spoiled and proud, bratty and proud. I don't care.
I love it.
So I did not need the love. The second time I saw him was like a week after. He wanted to take me to the circus, but since you're noticing, I'm loud and crazy, and I'm like all over. Yeah. So he took me to the circus, and I was like, "Oh, the elephant! Let me run to the elephant!" And he was a little upset because I was a little wired.
Okay.
So after that, I didn't see him anymore.
No?
I did not see him anymore until I was like 16 years old.
Yeah.
I was driving, I was with a friend of mine, I don't remember who I was with, and I said, "Oh, look, that's my father." So I went and I say hi, and I didn't see him again. I didn't see him again.
Wow.
And then after that, probably I was in my 20s. I reconnected with him.
Yeah.
I was already working on the radio.
Right.
He heard me on the radio. He heard me on the radio, and he reached out to me. So I went to him, and there we developed a better relationship. Okay. We started going out and drinking. I like happy hours. I make happy hours happier.
Yeah.
So we went drinking, and he's got a great personality. He did have a great personality. He's not with us anymore. Okay. But we developed a relationship, which was pretty cool because I realized that I had other siblings that I never met. Oh. I had 2 more brothers and a sister. I have a sister. She's like mini me. You see the face? Well, she's like 3 feet tall. Okay. I'm kidding. She's 5 feet tall. I love you, Marisol.
She's short.
Yeah, she's short. I'm 6 feet tall. I'm a little monster here.
Yeah.
But she's like a sunshine McNugget. So that was a pretty awesome thing. Wow. So we stay in contact, and something happened that we lost contact again.
Okay.
I'm in Miami working with the Latino broadcasting company, driving to work when they called me and they said to tell me that my father passed away. He had a massive heart attack. He stood up and he fell, dropped dead.
Wow.
But the craziest thing is that the person that called me said, you are the first person I'm calling you because you were his favorite person in the world. Wow. And I'm like, are you fluffing serious? Seriously? I am your favorite person. Give me a break.
Yeah, how?
I was going to say a bad word, but...
I hear you. I understand.
Seriously, dude. Yeah. Okay, well, rest in peace.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know that I was your favorite person in the world after you passed away, but...
That's crazy.
But...
Did you go to the funeral?
No. No. I said, you know what? No. Yeah. All my siblings went, and they were like, they had a great time, and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna go there. I'm seriously, I'm not gonna go there. So, and I have no regrets, to be honest with you. I think that I gave him the best I could, when he was alive, and we were not perfect.
Right.
It was that sadly the adults they don't do what they need to do, and I'm not gonna take the blame for their lack of.
No.
I am a lesson I learned. Another lesson.
Yeah.
You're learning stuff from me. I want you to write your stuff and come back and write this thing down.
Yes.
I have probably like 12, 13 nieces and nephews. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm the one who reaches out to them.
Wow.
Okay. Because I know people that if my nephews don't call me, I'm not going to call them. No. That's your responsibility. That's your responsibility. That's not your nephew's responsibility. Right. It's the aunties, it's the mothers, it's the grandmothers. Yeah. My grandkids don't call me. You better call them granny.
Oh, definitely.
Okay? So you need to reach out to them. Yes. You need to develop the relationship. And then when they're older, they do this. They will do the same. Yes. But I think that the adults are the ones that they need to take the first steps, and if they don't reach out, it's okay. Well, I tried several times, but don't give up. You cannot give up on the people that you love just because they don't reach out to you. And now one text away. Yeah. So just be there. So when you least expect it, I learned something from a former partner of mine in business. He was such a pain in the butt when it came to pursuing and following up with clients and stuff, Cornell, that people were like, dude, you're a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
But I realized that you need to keep, when you're pursuing something, you need to keep what in marketing is called the top of mind awareness.
Right.
Okay? Keep them in your mind.
Yeah.
And they're not going to call you until they need you. When they need you, they're going to start like, hey, I need a proposal. Hey, can you help me with this? Can you? And then you have to drop everything and go after them and do whatever they want. Right. Because that's the moment that you're gonna take their money and do what you need, you know. And that will happen the same with the relationships that you develop with your family, so with the kids, with the younger. So you go like, hey, I'm calling to send you. And now with social media and with the phones and this technology, sometimes I just send them a crazy meme or something something stupid, and they just send a haha. Yeah. And that's communication. That is communication. Right. So keep them on their top of mind awareness. Mm-hmm. And when you least expect it, you're gonna get a surprise from them.
Yeah. Huh? I like that. That. So for everyone that would want to hang out with you, have a drink with you, what is your favorite drink?
I like the white chocolate martini.
Ooh.
But it is so fattening.
Oh.
And I don't care.
Yeah, but it doesn't really affect you, so.
It does. It does. It does. Especially my conscience. The next day I wake up like bloated, like, oh my God, there's a lot of Baileys and vodka here, sunshine. What have you done?
So you used to drink Baileys?
I love Baileys. Yeah. I love it. Well, there's less expensive versions that are pretty good as well. You know, I'm not gonna pay $40 for something that will cost me like 20. Come on. So I get the ghetto version. Well, not ghetto version. Yeah. My nephew told me, Titi, it's not ghetto. It's under. The under version. Okay, the under. It's under. Let's go under. Okay, I'm under. I'm under.
So let me ask you, with your height, did you ever get into any sports in school? Or?
Yeah. Okay. Come on, I'm 6 feet tall, man. Hello. I better use it for something good, you know. I was not modeling. We were talking about modeling in the past, you know. That doesn't pay the bills in some markets unless you're in New York or in Paris and stuff, and their competition is crazy.
Right.
So no, I played volleyball.
Oh,
I played and I became a professional volleyball player. I'm good. Ooh. I was good. I'm 6 feet tall. I just raised my hands and I block your hit.
That's
just like that.
That's it. You ever go on the beach and just play volleyball?
No. Beach volleyball is hard.
Oh, is it?
Walking on the beach is hard. Imagine jumping on the beach for an hour completely. No. That's for I got.
That's what
my respects to beach volleyball, to beach anything, to be I'll be at the beach under an umbrella with a big drink and a large straw.
That's it. Oh my goodness.
No. Beach volleyball, no. That's too much for me. But I did play, and I loved it. Mm-hmm. Sadly, I cannot play anymore because of my domestic violence situation that I lost. I don't see right now. I'm standing here. I don't see you, Cornell, and it sucks.
Oh no!
So now, if the ball comes up, I have difficulty, with my vision.
Yeah.
So I cannot play, and I miss it so bad. Right, oh my God! I will be like super skinny and super fabulous. Now I have to go to the gym. But playing volleyball was for me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Wow. I still miss it. Miss it a lot. Did you play any sport? You told
I did. What did you do? I did. I played cricket. I played rugby. I played football.
Really?
Well, when you guys hear football, I know you're probably thinking not American football.
Soccer. Okay. I was gonna. But okay.
Yeah.
And rugby.
Yeah.
Do you know any of those?
I
Show me one. No, I'm not.
I had a guy drop kick me one time. I'm like, dude.
What? I'm telling you,
like,
haters are everywhere.
I tell you, it was something else. So now you're in Miami. How did the transition back, or you were commuting?
No. Well, a little bit. Okay, this is what happened. In 2013, after being many years in Miami working on the entertainment industry, I realized that it is a very superficial industry.
Right.
Entertainment is very superficial. My nickname is Sunshine, so I consider myself a really nice person, unless my menopause kicks in and I want to kill you. But I'm almost over. Hopefully, I'm praying for that every day.
Yeah.
But it was hurting me because people were nice to me just because they needed something from me. And I don't like opportunistic people.
Right.
I realized that it happens everywhere in all industries, but the entertainment industry was one that was very complicated.
Right.
I once had a conversation with and I was working with celebrities that they were mentally damaged,
right.
And not because of their life or nothing. I was talking one day with a psychologist,
right.
a friend of mine that is a psychologist, and I told her, you know what, Mary, there should be a field, and this is some deep stuff. There should be a field in the psychology realm called entertainment psychology.
Right.
Because I was working with the novelas, the soap operas. I was working with the stars of a soap opera that after the soap opera ended, they could not go to the next soap opera because the character, they will not allow that. So they had to wait. Wow. And the person that 3 weeks ago was on the spotlight on the red carpet doing all these beautiful things and fabulous and being interviewed and being a celebrity,
right.
was making the line at Walgreens, and people were not looking at them the way that they were looking at them 3 weeks ago.
Right,
and that will affect their psyche.
Yeah,
that's the reality. So they get affected, they get and I have seen that, and that's where people were reaching out like, hey, I'm not doing well, can you get me a gig, can you help me get a commercial, can you help me with something? And then when they became a star again, they forget about you. And I'm like, no, you're not gonna do this thing. Yeah. So I became a little bitter with the entertainment industry, and I was trying to look for a way out.
Right.
Not knowing that it's addictive and it will drag you again. That's what I'm doing now. But you just need to be creative, and once again, when that's your passion, so you need to program yourself so that you can diversify it and get creative through it.
Right.
So I was looking for ways to get out of the entertainment industry or take a break from the entertainment industry. So it happened that I met this amazing guy, Steven. You met my puppy, my honey,
Steven.
my Steven.
Yeah.
And Steven was working not far from me. He was completing a non-compete that he had when he sold his factory. And basically he was doing his time waiting for his non-compete to expire so that he could go back to business. Yeah. And I said, well, I'm very smart.
Yeah.
Let's put together a business plan. Yeah. Let's secure some funding. Let's make this happen. So we did. Not that as easy as I said it sound. We were walking with a business plan right here, like, hey, would you like to hear about the company? Yeah. And got dissed by a lot of friends and people that they say, oh, I'll give you the money, and then where's the money? Ghosted. Wow. And that happened a lot, sadly. We lost a lot of friends that now they regret it.
Right.
And I'm so glad they regret it. Sorry. We're making millions now. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. But he lived in Fort Myers before, Steven. Yeah. The company he had was in Fort Myers. So he had his clients here. His daughter was here, and he wanted to keep it in this area.
Right.
The cost of production was better here than in Miami. You rent a warehouse in Miami, it will cost you a lot of money. So there were a lot of factors that they were very important. So,
right.
And I was tired of the Miami Beach and Miami crazy entertainment scene. I was getting older. I was not gonna be the old lady in the backstage of people were, and I'm like, bum 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 bum, and I'm like, So I had to count my losses and get the hell out of there. Yeah. So I still have a place there, but I rented it and I relocated to Fort Myers with Steven, and I didn't know anybody. I started once again networking and connecting with people, and And 7 years later, I'm your Apex winner.
Yeah.
And I guess that people know me.
Yeah,
for good or bad.
Yeah, because you was also on the board of Kaiser.
Hodges. I was on the board of Hodges University. Yeah. I'm in the board of the Alliance for the Arts. I'm in the board of Blessings in a Backpack. I'm volunteer for PACE, for Dress for Success. I like to get involved in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Now my goal is to. I'm telling, and I'm laughing and everything, but I had a really rough time, through domestic violence, bullying. Right. I was bullying all my life, and sadly, as a Latina, as a proud Latina, it breaks my heart to see that Latinas don't get paid equally.
Right.
The pay gap between men and women, but for Latinas, it's even worse. So, mi amor, Latinas make 53% of a white man's dollar.
No.
Period.
Wow.
Period. So that's why I became my own owner. I was a business owner. I'm like, I'm not gonna be in your salary, man. Yeah. I got good taste and bad judgment.
Yeah.
So I need more money, papi. I'm sorry, I need more money. So let me get the hell out of here and struggle and hustle myself. So I don't want people to go through the stuff that I did in my past.
Right.
So I want that to be my legacy. I want people to live a better life and have better conditions of life. Sadly, the same social media and the same state of the world with all the miscommunication and misinformation is hurting a lot of people, and I got a big mouth, so I hate injustices, and if I see something unjust, I'm just gonna say, yo, don't do that.
Yeah,
I'll kick your butt.
Yeah,
So I'm trying. I'm trying to help people. I was last year's ACT a chairperson for their gala. ACT is for those who you don't know it. Abuse Counseling and Treatment is an organization that provides shelter and assistance for victims of domestic violence, so that they can stop being victims and become survivors. And human trafficking, which in this area is ridiculous.
Right.
So I try to get involved in organizations that help the underdogs and help those and help others have a voice. So that's what I'm trying to do now while I'm helping now, keeping the factory. The factory is doing extremely well. It's called Creative Architectural Resin Products. We design, manufacture, and install architectural elements out of polyurethane resin. So we make instead of wood or stone brackets or shutters and trim for the construction industry. We make it out of polyurethane, which is more convenient for weather resistance and it's easier to install. So it's a great niche.
Yeah.
And I kept my other company, but like the passion that I was telling earlier, like I want to go back to entertainment.
Right.
But then I'm not going to be the old lady in the trap concert at 2 a.m.
Right.
Like, boom, 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 boom. I'm not. Yeah. So I'm working with people that are more my age group, like speakers, authors, and producing events that are educational and inspirational and more organic for that sake. So
I like
so that. It's pretty interesting. It has been a pretty awesome ride, and I hope that I leave you better than before you met me
all
my life. So that's my consigna in Spanish. That's my goal. It's ikigai. Find your purpose in life.
If you was to choose between these two artists, which one would you go see? Enrique Iglesias, Carlos Santana.
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one because I know both of them, and both of them are super cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say depending on who I'm going with. Depending on who I'm going with, because I love both. Enrique has been a great talent, and so humble.
Yes.
You know, he comes from so much money. You know, they are like raising but he's so cool. He's one of the coolest artists I've ever met. Yeah. And Carlos Santana, come on, Carlos Santana, and maybe Santana, because I don't know how long he's gonna last, you know, and I hope we have a lot of Enrique for more. So, but the problem is that now Enrique is performing with Pitbull and Ricky Martin, so I'll have 3 for the price of 1. So, oh man, you put it difficult, man. I'm gonna kick your butt. Come on, Cornell, I'm your friend, man.
This is good. I like your answer, though. They won't be mad when they hear this, so that's good.
Not at all.
You did them
not
justice.
At all. I worked with the 3 of them, with Enrique, Ricky, and Pitbull on different times on their work.
Right.
They may not pick up my phone call, but when they see me, they'll go like,
yeah.
Oh, sunshine.
Yeah.
Oh, because they come in. Sunshine. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you look old and used. And I'm like, and you're a jerk.
Only you.
I'm kidding. I'm not. Maybe old.
I love your personality, though.
It's slightly used.
So, you know, I gotta ask you. So, for young ladies that, you know, have gone through domestic violence and have felt like they are at a place now where they're broken, what would you say to them to keep them growing, or for them to want to find their purpose?
That they are still going through domestic violence, or that they passed domestic violence? Because it's a very tough one.
Yeah.
And I have to be very delicate with that. And I hope that those who are watching understand this. Every case is different, Cornell.
Yeah.
You need to know your partner.
Yeah.
Okay? And you need to strategize based on not what people tell you to do,
right,
but what you understand, and strategize will be the right thing to do.
Right.
I had a very strong case of domestic violence in my life. It was really bad. I really had it tough.
Yeah.
It was a very smart man, very, mess up with my head.
Yeah.
And I had to be very smart about it.
Yeah.
I had to create a strategy and work towards it.
Yeah.
I created a word.
Yeah.
You know that you have outsmart.
Right.
You have smartass.
Right.
So I created, you have smart, you have outsmart, you have smartass.
Yeah.
So I created a word called outsmartassing.
Oh wow.
So yes, that's I need to register that word. And if you do, I'm gonna kick your butt. It's mine.
Well, it's here.
Outsmartassing.
You said it, so it's
yes.
It's there.
It's there. Okay. Outsmartassing. Outsmartassing to me is the process of you to become more smartass than somebody that you need to be above that,
right.
without them knowing, because that can kill you.
Right.
So that's the problem. So things like this, sometimes people, so they think that you're there because you want to, because and there's so many reasons for that. So they might be scared. They have nothing else to do.
Right.
So they have no money. They have no resources. And there's a lot of things that can happen in your personal life that people will not understand.
Right.
But fear is one the one that really affected me, because I was the one bringing the money in the house. He was a junkie. He was doing $2,000 a day in heroin and crack cocaine. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Horrible. The time that I was having was horrible. But I was bringing the money, so that money was not the problem here. Yeah. The problem was that he was threatening me, that he was gonna kill me, and he almost killed me several times. He hung me. I was hung once. This is like really bad. I was hung. He hung me with an electric yellow cable. Horrible. I saw myself. I was like, am I dead?
Yeah.
Like that, seriously.
Oh, no.
So every case is different, Cornell, and your listeners and your audience, they need to understand that don't listen to the people that they're going to tell you what they think that they should do, because that can kill you. So my advice to everybody is know your partner, know their weaknesses, and create your own strategy. Quietly, without nobody knowing. You can search for help there's a lot of organizations that they provide help, very confidential, and then strategize until you are ready to make your next move. But it's not something that, I'm going to pick up my stuff and I'm going to leave with the kids and everything, because chances are that you're going to have to go back because you don't have it. You don't have what it takes in this moment. It is a strategy. It's not something that you need to do right away. But then when the moment comes that you are ready to go, then go and don't look back, because that may be the best decision you'll make in your life.
How can people find you?
On social media, I'm on Facebook, the Marilyn Santiago. You can follow me. It's a public page, the Marilyn Santiago on Facebook, and on Instagram as well, the Marilyn Santiago. What a cocky little girl. The Marilyn Santiago. No, the Marilyn Santiago. The Marilyn Santiago. So, the Marilyn Santiago, and I'll be more, I try to help as many people as possible. So find me on social media, on email, sunshineatyourservice@gmail.com. And I'm not going to give you my cell phone because I don't know you yet.
Listen, mic drop. There you have it, guys. Another story was created right here in EAS Club. Until next week, when we have another entertaining guest.
It was a pleasure.
Yes.
Sunshine, what a pleasure! Yes. And we need to talk about your book. Next time I'm coming, Pinky Promise.
Thanks for tuning in and downloading this episode of Stories to Create. We appreciate you being part of this growing community of storytellers and listeners. If today's conversation inspired you, please share the show with friends, family, or anyone who could use a little motivation in their journey. A special thank you to our sponsors, EHAS Organization, Cornell Bunting LLC, and Nostril Cheese Chase, for supporting the mission and making this podcast possible. To learn more about our work, upcoming projects, and how you can get involved, be sure to visit www.cornellbunting.com. Until next time, keep creating, keep growing, and remember, your story has power.